Go get 'em!
We want fish! 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 We want fish!
Welcome to The Good, the Bad, and the Sequel. This is the movie podcast where we're talking sequels, and we do it in two parts. The first, an interview with an actor, someone involved that made the film worth watching, and the second, a discussion of the sequel, what they got right, what they got wrong, and how it could have been better. Really hope you enjoyed last week's interview with, I don't even know what to name her first, singer, actress, activist, the amazing Carol Davis. We talked Mannequin. We talked Hot Commie. If you haven't watched the interview or listen to the interview yet, go back, because I never thought in my life I hear the two words back to back, Hot Commie, but she has made a story that actually stemmed from this week's sequel, Piranha 2, the spawning, our second James Cameron film of 2022, and it's the last film, sadly, of our underwater sea creature sequel month. It sounds really I don't know if I can put that on a t-shirt, but I'm not going to say anything more before we jump into this movie. Fly into this. That's better, right? Fly into the sequel. I got to introduce you to my partner in the sequel watching journey, Jamie Riccardi. Jamie, how you doing?
I think you know the answer to this before you even asked me.
Great.
Because I didn't think, we had watched Sharknado last time, and that was rough to watch. And I thought, you know what? It can't get worse. It can't, it can only go up from here. I was wrong.
Really?
2 weeks now, two movies in a
It can always get worse.
Okay, this movie, not much. Listen, Sharknado, I don't know if you've seen it. It's horrendous. I have to be honest with you. I think I enjoy Sharknado better than this movie. So, and I hated Sharknado. If you listen to that review, I must have said hated about 15 times in there. First of all, I need to say two things off the chest right now before we introduce our guest. One, I could barely see the movie. The movie was so dark, the entire movie, which might have been a good thing that I missed most of the movie because it was so dark. And two, is it really about piranhas or are they bats? Because I don't know, the movie itself just...
we'll get into the piranhas. Tyler from Manhattan, when he gives his little exposition, when we find out who he really is, he gives this little thing, and I'm like, really? That's how they're gonna explain this whole thing to us? Within 3 sentences, we should understand everything, but we'll get into it.
Wait, before you go,
did
you like the movie?
I enjoyed it. I think honestly, we'll get more into it, but visually, I know it was really dark, and I think it was just the YouTube version online, because it's a movie that's hard to find. Like, there's only special Blu-rays.
Oh, I wonder why, because no one's watching it.
But visually, shot-wise, you can really see what James Cameron's going to do in 3-4 years in Terminator and Aliens.
You mean by the bubbles of the constant underwater scenes that don't show anything but bubbles and noise in the background? You mean that? Yes. You know what? After watching this movie, I was like, you know what? This guy is going to make a good movie like Terminator 2. Without a doubt, I can see him really advancing because,
see?
I got news to you. I didn't even know this was James Cameron. I thought it was a low budget, no name guy. There's no way I would have thought James Cameron because this movie is horrible.
He did. And Lance Hendrickson is in this movie?
Does he comb his hair in this movie at all? It looks like it's a mess the entire movie. I do think it's it's on the verge of losing it. I think he starts going bald the rest of really short the rest of his career. So I think he was on the edge. This is the last time he had hair.
I think he said to his barber, "Give me the Gary Busey."
Gary Busey. He was in the last Sharknado, and that is the voice of this week's review guest. He's battled Munchie. Munchie Strikes Back. Ghoulies Go to College. Rocky
Only the
5.
good movies. Only the
Rocky
good movies.
Don't forget,
is it?
And don't forget Cannonball Run 2. That was the Diamond in the...
Oh, we did give you a good movie. So you get one for every 5.
The Diamond in the Rough.
And you know what? That was a great movie. So you had one great movie and the rest were all crap.
Misses.
And let's say his name, Nick Spiro. Nick, how you doing, man?
Doug, it's great to be back. Thank you for having me. Thank you for choosing this movie.
You can thank me too.
And Jamie. I mean,
Okay, thank you.
But to see where James Cameron kind of cut his teeth, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You're welcome. And then
Wait, so you like? Wait, hold on. You like the movie too?
I mean, I don't want to give anything away. I mean, we got to discuss, but
I like that. He keeps close to the vest. You reveal it right away, and everybody's like,
I can't. Wait.
another Jamie. Jamie's gonna poop all over this.
I like
the
the
whole
suspense.
time. But no, this movie, obviously, what we know is obviously as sequel experts and people who love movies, this movie only came to be because Jaws did it great. So Jaws came out. Because of that, Grizzly came out. Then because of that, Alligator came out. And because of that, Piranha came out. So it was just going off. And you get those vibes of Jaws. Even the music in this is like a rip on Jaws. It just sounds like instead of playing the really low note on the piano, in this, they play like a high note on like a violin or something. That's all that sound is that we get for the suspense.
It was very Hitchcock. It was very Hitchcock. I thought like Bernard Herrmann did the score. It was a very like string, like very like the I didn't like the very like the stabby, like almost like the shower scene in Psycho.
But I do think Piranha, the original, was a remake. So I think Piranha came out before Jaws. Because I think the Piranha, yes. So I think the Piranha that was the first movie to this one, I think is a remake of another one that might have came out before that.
Wow. Because they remade Piranha in the 90s, and then they remade it again for 3D.
Well, I don't know if it was it wasn't a remake. It was a sequel. That was a third.
No, that was 3 Double D.
Yeah, it was It was a reboot.
3 Double D is the sequel. It's 3D and then 3 Double D.
Okay. Can it really be a sequel though? If it's a Piranha, right? I mean, outside of having what these piranhas do in this movie, I mean, you really should only be one movie. I mean, it's no Jaws.
Wow, we just lost all the Piranha listeners
and Piranha owners and everything. I get it.
So let's get right into it. So this movie opens up where we get 2 divers going into a shipwreck. And the one thing I hated in this movie, and I almost got to the point of, I'm trying to think of what movie we reviewed, that there was like so many times there was like 3 or 4 minutes of nothing. I almost got to the point with this to fast forward, but I'm happy I didn't, because this movie gave us underwater fellatio.
Hold on. With no oxygen.
Yeah, that was
they literally
they just went down there to bang.
Okay. So let's before we get to that. So this shipwreck that's throughout the whole movie, it's the most rusted piece of whatever you want to call it in the ocean. Yet everybody keeps swimming near it, in it, around it, touching it. Like, shouldn't it be like a hazard almost?
Not Adrienne Barbeau. Annie says not to, right? She looks just like her. Like, it's unbelievable. It says don't go near it, but everybody just goes near it no matter what.
Yeah, but doesn't she bring a whole scuba group down there? Or they went on their own?
Down to it. No, the whole guy goes on his own.
Okay, so clearly, though, they were scuba diving close enough to it. So if she was really worried, they would have went to another spot in the island.
I feel like down there, Cameron at one point was like, man, this like Titanic would be an awesome movie to make. Like, that's what inspired him. Like, it's like, oh man, imagine if you can get like a crew down there to do Titanic, and then boom.
It is crazy thinking about this. This movie was made in 82. So 13, 14 years later, he is doing principal photography on Titanic.
There's a lot of like references to future Cameron movies. It's kind of like eerie to think about, like when this movie came out to like conjunction when those other movies came out. But yeah, there's a few of them.
I like it. I love that Nick's doing his homework, paying attention, really diving in. So let's just talk about, so they're in, not even like, I'm totally, that's fine. Underwater fellatio. You want to do it? Go ahead, right? Go ahead, kids.
Okay. Is that possible though? If you're underwater, wouldn't you be drinking water at the same time?
Not if you hold your
You gotta-
nose. Is it?
you gotta do a
breathe in,
quick
hold their
transfer?
hold their
Well,
nose?
your mouth is open. So I mean, so you'd be sucking in water. You'd be choking.
You said it. I'm not even going to say anything.
I'm
just
talking about
said-
choking on water.
Uh-huh.
You'd be choking on water.
So now you're saying sucking, choking,
I didn't say
blowing,
that. You said
blowing.
it. You said that. I'm saying you're underwater. They take the oxygen tanks off. They're not breathing. Well, they are breathing. They're breathing underwater.
But let's not even talk about that. Like that
Oh, okay, that's
obviously
not important.
happens. No. That happens, which is like. But what's even more frightening was her foreplay is to grab his ginormous knife. Then I guess you take that diving just in case you fight a piranha or a shark, or you're cutting coral. That thing was so big and it was way too close.
But she cuts his like little undies off. Like, how was he supposed to, like, when, I mean, I assume they thought they were going to come out of the water at some point.
Oh, that is true.
Well, they went at night. They went at night like everybody else does.
I mean, it looked like a pretty busy place. I mean, that resort or wherever. I don't know.
Yeah, but it seems like everybody likes to go in the middle, pitch black night. Everybody. Like the whole movie. Everybody goes, like they don't do anything during the day. It's like, all right, let's wait until it's the darkest, most dangerous time to go out. Now it's time to go out. And again, they're doing this they're leaning on that rusted, disgusting boat. Like, I mean, seriously, like, I don't, and not for nothing. So we see our first piranha or whatever it is down there. I mean, I don't even know if we're the piranha at this point. Yeah. They just hang out down there. Like that's the only spot they really hang out there.
We find out
later.
The dumbest thing. Yeah, the dumbest thing.
So dumb.
We can kind of talk about it later. We'll talk about it a little bit now so people get. So this is like their home base. Okay.
Correct.
So this is like they're playing like Manhunt. This is their home base because canisters fell like X amount of months ago and they stay there. So that made no sense to me. Why are they there only? But then in other parts, they're everywhere else.
Everywhere.
And on land.
And when they're later on, when there's two people swimming in there and they come out, the people swim away. The piranhas don't chase them. They stay in their home base, and the other two get safely to the boat. Like they stop. So they don't go too far unless like they're going together as a team to go indoors, and then it's okay.
Exactly. They bite her flipper. That's all they do
gosh.
later. But no, so then we get like the blub, the red filter. They get eaten up. And like, I think
the couple or
the couple gets all eaten alive.
Fellatio couple.
Oh, you said they got eaten up. So I didn't. So okay. So I got to tell you, the movie looked like a 70s porn movie. For like so far, like just the way it's filmed. I know I didn't realize it was I think it was 81. It was filmed, right? So like
81, 82, yeah.
Okay, so I didn't know the year it came out. So I'm watching this. I'm like, this is like, I mean, again, you have the 70s porn mustaches. You have this small little Speedos everywhere. It was such a 70s kind of like pornish kind of intro, I thought.
And you're right. No, it was 81. Yeah. So no, it did have that vibe because I think if you really think about it, a lot of those movies had that kind of vibe, like those low budget like creature features, I guess.
Well, you also had the one guy who's wearing like the tightest something that you actually might see, you know, a little something more you wanted to see. So,
but it screamed like very like low budget Italian horror movie. And when I did my research, it kind of makes sense why it looks like that.
Wait, why are you saying Italian?
Because there were Italian like horror movies back in those days that had that same kind of vibe.
And there was a lot of Italian people that worked on this movie.
Yeah.
Adrian
there's also a lot of Italians that wear Speedos.
That's very Euro. Very Euro.
Wait. So you watch a lot of Italian horror movies?
I don't watch them, but I know that they're exist.
He did his research, Jamie.
I did my research.
Don't be kicking.
I didn't know I didn't know Italy was big on horror movies.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
There's like a whole.
Really?
I can't think of the one guy's name, but our buddy Matt Quinn, I'm sure, is listening right now, and he's gonna message me on Twitter and say, "Dude, I forget the guy's last name, but there's a big genre of like Italian horror, but that's how Carol met her Hakami boyfriend. He was like the assistant to the cinematographer on this, and then the people that worked on this movie, the special effects people, worked on a Bond movie just before this.
There were special effects in this movie?
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Oh, what do you mean? We saw some, even though it didn't look good.
Okay,
We saw
first of
some
all, I don't
kinda-
think we saw one piranha. I don't think we saw one piranha. We saw a half a piranha eaten. I saw a lot of flying in very quick videos. I don't know if we saw one piranha.
It looked like they just took a bunch of like those Billy Bass things that used to be.
I felt like I was watching the bird. I felt like I was watching the birds.
Wings. Yeah, it was
Like the
very
way the
Hitchcock.
bird. It was like the way the birds used to attack in the movie. That's how this was. You don't really see the birds too much. You see a quick pecks here and there, but it's like you don't see the. And I feel like you didn't really see the piranha that much, or whatever they were.
Yeah, we'll get into like when they talk about what happens to them. So then those two people that thought it was smart to bang in a shipwreck, they're dead. Now we got to daytime. We get a boy fishing. He goes back to the hotel.
Can we just talk about that guy running real quick? That guy's run was hilarious to me. Just they left the camera on him for way too long, and it was
he had a Seagal run. He ran like Seagal.
It made me laugh to no end. I was just very funny.
See, Nick's getting this, man. He understands.
Oh, he loved this movie.
All
right.
I don't want to. I'm not spoiling anything.
Don't.
Well, so far you got a lot of detail. I think you really enjoy this movie.
Yeah.
Listen, when I come correct. All right.
Whoa.
Oh my God. How many? We're 16 minutes in. We said blow, suck.
Oh God. I didn't even. Oh, never mind. Go. On where we go.
Yikes.
Man,
Yikes.
we're gonna lose Gerber as a sponsor.
My daughter is not allowed to listen to this one.
Okay.
This one gets an 18+ rating.
18 plus. So then how about the weirdness that is when the boy goes back to the hotel room and we get a slow pan?
Okay, hold on. Okay. This creeped me out so much
dude.
because there is something going on.
Yep.
Okay, because in the beginning it was like I was a little weird. I'd be like, all right, maybe he's the pool boy. Like you don't understand the relationship, but when I found out that's his mom, that was an issue. That was weird because it also continues after. Like she almost like gets dressed in front of him. She doesn't wear anything in front of him, like no pants. Like it's just a weird. The whole situation is weird.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
But
I think they get really close. They almost nosing. They were nosing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very weird.
Very like stepson type of thing going on there. I don't know, but it's a real son, but it's like I don't know. It could have been. I don't know. Never mind.
How weird? How about the fact that she talks about like your dad, and you're thinking this guy's like so far away, and then when we get the reveal of who the dad is, I'm like, wait, he's right there. Like he's throughout this whole movie.
Okay,
I thought he like lived somewhere else. He was coming in to help. No, he's on the same place.
I thought it was an ex-husband. I mean, her behavior would tell you it's an ex-husband.
Well, I guess they just didn't get divorced yet because I hope she's not just banging Tyler from Manhattan.
Well, not for nothing. He doesn't seem that concerned about it.
Yeah,
her husband
takes it very well.
I mean, like he at first looks like he gets a little. He looks like he gets annoyed.
Right?
Like, he doesn't look. He look because he doesn't even mention it the rest of the time.
Yeah.
Like, very weird.
It's almost more to the fact that he's annoyed that he had to like just see it. He's like, do whatever you want. But no, it seems like they're maybe like trying to work things out, or maybe he cheated, so she was getting back at him. I don't know. Why would he cheat? She's Adrienne Barbeau.
Wait a second. You're saying that they're trying to work it out while she's sleeping with the one guy that's been hitting on her the whole movie. That's how they work it out.
Maybe he has a strike, and he goes, you know what, strike back.
So she has a hall pass,
and possibly doing things with her son. I don't know.
Possibly. And then how overly aggressive is Tyler from Manhattan?
Oh.
Especially, it makes it even worse, I guess, when we find out what his real thing is in the movie, right?
No, I think it makes it worse when she first meets him. He's hitting on her. Then she says, "Who was that? That was my husband." And then he continues to hit on her.
Yeah. Doesn't faze him at all.
No, did not he for a second he almost looked like But I'm like, all right, this guy realized, no, the next scene he's hitting on her right away.
Yeah.
And so he really doesn't care.
Yeah, he said ex-husband, next husband.
Yeah. he utters the line, how are we supposed to have a a love affair.
Love affair.
If you keep putting me off or something. I'm like, what? No,
Yeah,
but in this scene, how aggressive he is. We find out later he's only been there like a week, and he's taken her classes like twice, and he's going to the bellhop and finding out it's her food order and putting like, will you go out to dinner with me on her food? Like, God, man, get the hint. Well, I guess.
Basically, her job is just scuba. The way she looks, she's living in the suite, and her job is just scuba teacher,
diving instructor,
scuba teacher. Yeah, that's all. That's all she is. And Raul, aka the mayor from Jaws, right?
He's awful. He's awful too. He's awful.
Oh,
so bad.
He's an awful person.
Yeah,
like the stuff that he says in this movie. Oh my God, and we've gotten that so many times. When there's always bad adults in so many horror movies, you know, that's like and every movie obviously has like the antagonist, but his turn later when he says like this weird line, we'll get into it later, but yeah, Raul's something else. But Jamie, when you turn on this movie, did you expect to see dynamite fishing?
Okay. No, I did not expect to see that, but I also didn't expect him to throw dynamite at a cop.
Who you mean not Mario, not Mario Van Peebles?
But I mean, like that. Like, I understand, like they obviously knew each other afterwards because they showed that, but like because they laughed about it. But like, is that funny?
But what
like, is that a funny joke to do? Like, if you have dynamite, like, you know, it's one thing to people I know, like they shoot bottle rockets at each other, you know, like or the Roman candles kind of thing. Like, you know, even that's dangerous. This is dynamite.
What if he would have dropped it? Like that should have been like
it's in water though. So like
no, in the boat, like in the boat.
Oh,
if he dropped it in his boat,
he just murdered him.
Oh my God!
He basically took a chance on murder. Right? He's like, all right, listen, I'm gonna play a prank. He may die from it, but it'll be funny if he catches and throws it
right in front of his son too.
And where do you get dynamite? Like that was like old school dynamite. That was like,
excess dynamite. He called the Acme company dynamite
because that's dynamite you have like when you like in the Old West. You know, when they're like, trying to blow up the mine carts or all that kind of stuff, whatever, that's what the dynamite that was. It was like old school dynamite. Where did you get it from?
Acme.
Oh, okay. They're on an island, first of all. So like, I'm not sure if they have Acme on the island.
Lance Hendrickson really stole it too. I did not know that they were that close when he goes, "You goddamn son of a bitch," or whatever he said. Like he sold that line. And then he's like, I'll be by later on tonight.
No, Lance did great in this movie, and this is probably one of those movies that he did, and then afterwards, because up until Aliens, he was going to quit. Like, he was really going to quit acting, and then the connection with Cameron, he probably nailed his audition in front of the producers, and then from there, the guy's had a great career.
When did Aliens come out?
86.
Oh, wow.
He should have. Well, he's lucky he didn't quit after this movie. I'm surprised that, this would have scared him out because this movie was horrible. Was this in the theater?
Well, I think he did a good job. I'm sure it went into the theater.
He did a good job for what it was, but like...
That's what I mean. That's all you can ask for. If somebody gives you a script, you do your job.
All right. I think he was the only one that was good in this movie.
Well...
I think Adrienne Barbeau was pretty good. I mean, for what it was.
I thought she was solid. How about I have to get this before we get past it. How about horny Miss Wilson when she talks to Ronnie, the guy in the Yankee hat? She goes, "I would show you a thing or two that would put these young girls to shame."
First of all,
she was thirsty. She was really thirsty.
She was, but like and I don't mean to be mean, but she's not attractive at all. No, like she was rough. I thought she was rough.
She was
like, I mean, like to me, like, obviously she was an older woman. There's so many like older, like good looking older women that could have fit a role like that. Like, trying to hit on the young people and all like you had like an ugly older woman who to me has no chance.
They could have got a MILF, an
easily
80s MILF. Yeah.
Easily.
Well, I guess that was the funny part about it, that he was a guy that later in the movie we found out that he was like sleeping with a young girl. Like at the end scene.
I guess. All right. Well, no. I mean, that was a little funny that she got excited because she thought he was she went. First of all, her whole act to pretend she's drowning.
Oh my
was
god,
ridiculous.
You're talking about Beverly?
Oh wait, now we're talking the same person, right? Is that isn't that the one?
Yeah.
The same person. So the fact, I mean, again, I think she was pretty ugly. But anyway, her whole act why did she think he was a doctor?
Oh,
Just
I
for
don't
that
know.
look.
And
Just because he had glasses?
She was close.
oh
though.
no! When he checked in, she overheard say doctor. So another anti-dentist joke. So there's something in Hollywood against dentists.
No, but she dug it though. Because he said
She was into it afterwards.
Yeah.
But
But she thought she was a real doctor. Well,
yeah.
So they don't. In the joke is they don't consider a dentist a real doctor.
Right.
Seinfeld did it. Anti-dentite. Yeah.
Hangover.
Hangover. Yeah. Hangover.
Yep.
Do you think dentists are doctors?
Yeah, I love all dentists. I love anybody that listens.
Is that why they call on the Muppets Dr. Teeth?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, it's a good shout.
Henson's probably
speaking of teeth. The chompers on Beverly. She was excited when she heard a dentist. She's like, wow, I need some work.
Yeah, free dental.
Free dental.
Oh my god! And then right away, like the son. Again, it's not like we had any like knowledge that he knows. Obviously, we find out later his dad's the captain. It's Captain Steve Lance Hendrickson. But that he goes to his mom, hey, you said we needed money, which they don't need money really because their suite is paid for. That's part of her pay. And then she gets pay on top of it. But he goes, well, Mom, I'm going to go on this 5-day cruise with this Mr. What is it called? And the daughter, who's for him, he was like, what? She was a smoke show. And
I did not like the son at all. He was annoying. He wasn't, but yeah, the daughter is 100% a smoke show.
Yeah.
So I don't see that attraction.
No, that's what's crazy. The end scene, because even to cut to that end scene, she doesn't say a line like, hey, you want to go get out of here? It was nothing like that.
Yeah, but she was staring at him the minute he came on that boat. So
he knew.
She's been on a boat with her ugly father for how many months?
Wait. Who looks like he's never been on a boat in his life.
No,
never.
So like he just looks like he bought a boat and never used it ever. That's what because he clearly was clueless.
Clearly.
He's that dad that like overheard her daughter say something about like boats and just wanted to do some kind of bonding with her. So he was just like he was rich, so he's like, I'll buy a boat. She likes boats.
Buy a boat.
Where's the mom?
Oof.
She drowned on the boat.
She's the one looking for young guys at the pool.
The doctor?
Oh my god!
Oh, that'd be a
well,
cool.
no, not the doctor. She is Mrs. Wilson saying, "I'll put all the little girls to shame."
Yeah,
that's what I meant. I'm gonna say no because considering what the daughter looks like,
no way.
Seeing what the father and then what Mrs. Wilson looks like, I'm gonna say no.
Genetically, that's not possible.
Yeah, correct. So.
Oh my gosh. So then we get Raul, who is basically the mayor from Jaws 1 and Jaws 2. And he has some lines later in the movie that I wrote down. But his first line when he talks about when he's talking about the Grunion night, the running of the Grunions.
The Grunion, yeah.
And he goes, the reggae band is supposed to start at 8, which means they'll arrive at 9.
This guy has scumbag written all over him.
Oh, total scumbag.
From the moment he opens his mouth and comes on screen, it's like, yep, you're not good.
Doesn't it seem like this is the only hotel on the island? This island is so tiny that Annie only, which annoying, her name is written Anne. That's not Annie.
It's Anne. It's Anne.
Yeah, but in the movie, she's Annie.
But okay. That bothers you more than the movie?
Yeah,
that was his biggest problem with the movie.
I feel like it doesn't even look like a resort though. Like, it doesn't look like a resort hotel. Like, being that it's say the only hotel on the island, it doesn't look like a fun place.
Mm.
You see, you ever been to a resort?
Yeah.
Okay. Do the hotels look like that?
No, this place is nicer.
What? Wait, do you think this place is nicer than the resort you've been to?
No. It looked like almost like it looked like not a Motel 6, but it looked like a chain hotel, and that just had like these activities that you could do. There was like nothing else.
Well, they only had 2 activities. It was using a boat at night, or scuba diving. There were no other activities.
Or dynamite fishing too.
Dynamite
I don't think he was at the resort. I just think he lived on the island.
Like,
okay.
what did he do? Like, he was just there to kill fish? Like, that was his...
He seemed a little MacGyverish later on in the movie.
Well...
Right? No? Doesn't he?
No, I agree with you. I'm just saying, it was very sad that they didn't give him anything at the end.
Nothing.
Disappointing.
No, I agree. I mean, there should have been... There was a big buildup to nothing.
Yeah.
Well...
Yeah.
We'll get there. So then we get Carol Davis, our lovely guest from last week, and she's trying to steal food from the kitchen, and she's flirting with the stuttering.
Okay, first of all, one, she looked great. She
was
looked
amazing.
Great. Okay, she was, but the amount of food. Okay, she's going there stealing food and liquor. It looks like. But only 1 bottle of wine and like tons of food for like a party. Yet it's only her and her friend.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna get stoned.
Okay, but she had like packages of hot dogs. She had she had so much food and 1 bottle of wine for 2 skinny women.
Maybe they had more on the boat.
They had nothing.
They stocked up on alcohol. They
were. Okay, there was plenty of alcohol left. Like, if you're going to go to a kitchen and steal stuff, wouldn't you steal more alcohol than food?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Me personally, probably.
Right. I think most people would. You know, listen, I think 1 package of hot dog would have been enough. She literally had like a grocery bag of like food that she was trying to steal.
What do you think was in that bag? Did she have like cucumbers?
I think lettuce, cucumbers. What do you... It literally was packed with food. She kept grabbing everything but 1 bottle of wine.
But what did the guy do when she said we'll cruise around the bay for a while, maybe get a little stoned, and then to get him over, did you ever make it with 2 girls? And he's like, I'll make the food, and then
well, I thought she was going to do something else. Like maybe show something.
Oh,
like that's what I thought would have because in all the 80s movies, that's usually what does it to like the geeky guys. Like you show them a boob and like they're all in
melons for melons. That'd be like a line from like Screwballs. That's probably in Screwballs.
It sounds like it could be. Yeah. But yeah, so he's gonna cook on the boat. And do they own the boat?
I don't know. I think they stole it, right?
Yeah, they might have stolen it.
That's a nice boat, and they seem like they're probably both like early 20s.
Correct. Yeah. So you think they know they even know how to drive a boat?
Oh, no clue.
No, yeah, they definitely no.
Is it called driving a boat?
I would think it's
steering a boat?
I guess, right? You don't drive a plane. You fly a plane.
Okay, so what do you do? What do you do with a boat?
Sail a ship?
Yeah, but if it's not a sailboat,
swim a boat. You're swimming.
Okay, that's I'm being serious. I don't know what it's called. Like
I know. Well, it's driving a boat, but it doesn't.
Is it driving? But is it driving a boat though?
If it has a motor, if it has a motor on it.
Well, it's driving a boat is closer to driving a car than a plane. So I get flying a plane. So, but it has to be something with water. I would think. I don't know. Steering, you just steering. So I think maybe boating. Let's go boating.
That sounds better.
Boating.
You're boating a boat. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's right. If I say let's go boating, you think you're a boat. Let's go driving car. Let's go flying plane.
You've used the term "let's go boating" before.
I don't own a boat, but if I owned a boat, I'd probably say it.
Okay.
If there's any boaters listening, tell us what it is. Is it boating, driving?
So you think say like I'm driving a car, I'm flying a plane, I'm boating a boat.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
In my head, yeah. Okay. And tell us, boaters, at Sequels Only on all social media. Check us out and tell us what you think. So yeah, so we can cut ahead just to piece those scenes together. When the stuttering chef shows up, he's not too smart because he falls for the old, give me the stuff first.
Give me the stuff first. Unravel the anchor or that rope, and then his jump literally was not even. It was like to the side of the boat.
Wasn't
like,
even
it wasn't
aiming.
even like right. Like I think if he really aimed straight ahead, he might have made it. But instead, he literally jumped to the side of the boat.
It was almost like he fell off the dock. That was more than a jump.
And you know, I'm surprised because her friend actually said like, "Oh, he's not that bad looking." Right? She said it when he came over. So I thought she would have felt bad when he went in the water. No, they're laughing and they drove off, or they boated off.
They boated off. Yeah.
They boated off. Now, how did they know this guy? You know, he obviously was something wrong with him. How did they know he could swim? So they basically left him there to drown.
I know. That's what I was thinking. When he fell, I was like, they're going to have to throw a little buoy, a life raft. Then they're going to bring him onto the boat. I thought that was going to happen, but no, they just left him.
They just, yeah.
So another murder.
It's all right. Karma.
Yeah. Maybe the piranhas watched and they were like, nah, cool, dude.
That's messed up.
They didn't waste any time with that. Like I would think they would have had like just a bigger part going on. And no, and again, late at night, pitch black. Let's go boating. Yeah,
we'll get to that part in 1 second because I have that clip. That's the only clip I was able to put together. So then we talked about Steve and Annie, how they're actually together, and he's the cop on the island. And dude, the fact that this is where we get to Annie doing her first diving class, and this is when Tyler from Manhattan is total creep. Because he even says, do you dive on the first date? She's never heard that one before. It's her job, buddy.
I want to ask this. Is it really her job? Because she took... Now, I've been to resorts, and I tried going scuba diving, but my wife is not a great swimmer, so she couldn't do it. So I only went scuba diving in the water, in the pool, to test the tank out, and then they went out in the boat. I don't think they would take people right away deep in the ocean to a rusted boat area where that was. Like, I just think they needed a job for her. I don't think, because she's not a good scuba diver herself. You know,
she's not.
I don't think so.
Oh man. Well, maybe Raul liked her because he gave her the.
That's what I mean. I think because she doesn't look like it. First of all, she gave no instructions. She just gave them all tanks and put them right out there.
This is it's the action park of diving schools. That's what
it is. That's what she didn't know if anyone could swim or not.
Jamie wanted an extra 3 minutes of footage that they cut when they're like, "Okay, you put this over your mouth. You know
what? That would have been more entertaining than the movie."
And just sign this waiver, and we're good to go. Let's go.
Well, this is probably definitely during the time that they didn't care about people getting licensed or practice. They probably did just slap a dang on you and just said, "Hey, have at it." They didn't care.
They didn't care at all.
And then, but we do get the asshole guy that was kind of being a dick to Annie when she's going over everything. Like, don't go into the wreck that was there from a few years ago. And he's like, why not? And then Tyler's like, hey, man, stop being such an a-hole. And then what does he do? He breaks off. He goes in there and he gets destroyed. We hear the sound effect of just like that. And then his face looked cool. We saw his face when Annie found it. It looked pretty good. Wonder who did the specials on that.
I guess. I don't know. I wasn't impressed.
I mean, for like a low budget movie though, I mean,
it looked like they took clips from other movies and just spliced them all together for this one. That's what it looked like. So, you're not going to change my mind.
All right, well, I'm going to try. That's my job. I got to try.
Okay.
And then, so Annie's out of the water after she sees the body. They call Steve, say that there's a body at the beach, and your wife was the one who found it. And then how about when he's grilling her, and at the same time, Tyler from Manhattan is being very touchy-feely, like on her arm. Like, it made me feel uncomfortable. But he's like, did you see a shark? A moray eel? A barracuda? And she's like, no, I'm an expert. It wasn't one of those. Like, she's yelling at him, which it's true. If she went to school for marine biology, like, back off.
Oh, she would know, of course.
Yeah.
But she also, and this happens in every single movie, there's not a lot of remorse with deaths going on.
No.
There's a lot of death in this movie again. and people just they act like nothing happened.
They're forgotten very quickly. Yeah.
Very. I mean, even she, you know, she comes across a little bit like I think she says like, listen, I just, you know, saw this thing, or, you know, I someone, it was my fault that he died or something like that. So you see a little remorse, and then what happens the next scene with her? Just like she forgets.
Well, she goes to check it out at the morgue.
Well, I mean, but she goes on, it's sort of like a date. Like they kind of went on a date there.
Well, no, he's creeping.
Yeah,
but she lets him. Yeah, okay,
he's
but
clinging. He's clinging
she
hard.
accepts it. She could have kept saying no.
Oh, well, she should not have to say no multiple times.
Yeah.
He needs to just get like,
okay,
hey.
but she eventually said yes.
Because
did she not?
He was pressing.
So,
he was pressing hard.
This is getting somewhere.
I'm just saying, like, so she, listen, not for nothing. What did they do the next scene right after the morgue?
Oh, I know.
Okay,
it was
so I think she had interested him in the beginning. I think she was just saying no because she just wanted to go to the morgue first. Like, if she wasn't interested in going to the morgue, she probably would have hooked up with him right away because she was interested. She liked the fact that he was like so interested in her,
obsessed with her. Yeah. So before we get into the whole morgue scene, let's cut back to Carol Davis and her friend. Their line that they said au revoir, asshole, when he falls into the water. And then here is the scene that this movie, honestly, I watched this movie when I talked to Carol, and this Twitter friend, her name's Helena. She's the one who posted about this movie, which I never knew about. And then that's why we're really doing this, because I reached out to everybody that I could on Twitter.
So you're saying that I should blame her?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Cheryl.
So here is the clip that gets this movie. It goes from 0 to 100.
At this point, I had no idea what we were watching then.
Because this is like, didn't either.
I was like confused then. I started getting confused in this part. Who's the other girl?
But when I don't know who she is, but she's just looking around. And it's the middle of the night, and they hear all the... So this is where we get sounds. And in my head, I'm like, oh, the only way this is going to happen, right, is if they fall into the water, right?
Correct.
Because these are piranha that are in the water.
Correct.
But no. What happens? She's looking around. She picks up a towel, and you're like, where? I don't get what could be happening right now. Like, really? And then the fact
first
that
of all,
oh my God.
That doesn't sound like a bat. That didn't sound like a bat.
It sounds like a bat, yes. The fact that she has to hold it reminded me of Critters. When in Critters, they had to hold the critter on their thing during the scene.
Okay, now she's getting mauled by probably a lot of piranha right now, and still hanging on. Right? She's still fighting it. Oh, okay. She dies with one piranha. Right? Like, look, she has one piranha. The other one has about 50.
It hit an artery. That's basically.
The other one had it in the neck too.
Oh, did she?
And look how long it took the other one to die. This one piranha, and she's out.
Yeah, that one.
Maybe she's allergic.
Okay, that would make sense then. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so at this point, after seeing that, because I had no clue what this movie is. Well, I figured it was about piranhas, but then I'm thinking like, all right, what is going on? Because I wasn't sure they were piranha at this point.
No,
like, is there like another creature in here that? Yeah. Well, I thought maybe like, all right, now we're gonna have like a battle of piranhas and something else going on. That's what I thought.
Like Kong versus Godzilla.
Like a Kong versus Godzilla. Yeah. Bats versus piranha. Okay, now I'm in.
And then they start.
Now I'm in.
And then there's like a splicing, and then it's how the flying piranhas.
Well, speaking of splicing, I think I saw that dark, like when the old movies, when you see like a little, like where they splice the movie, you could see it multiple times in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, totally. Because this is the director's cut, so I'm sure this is something that I'm guessing Cameron did at one point, or the other director that directed 25% of the movie. So,
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Apparently, they didn't get along too well. The producer and and James Cameron, because
Cameron wanted to use all the film possible, and back in the day, as we learned from our buddy Sam Furstenberg, film costs a lot of money. That's why all Canon films were under 90 minutes. because film anything above that when you had a cut was a lot of money.
What was the budget for this movie?
Oh, I don't know what
It was so. From what I heard, it was 500,000. But
Who
they
told you? Wait, are you hanging out in the same bathrooms as Jamie in Hollywood?
My inside sources.
Whoa, hold on. Wait a second. First of all, I don't hang around bathrooms. I don't know where you're hanging out, but it's not bathrooms. Maybe Nick might be, but I'm not.
No
I'm
comment.
sorry, Nick. Tell me what your inside sources say.
So yeah, the budget was 500,000, but they only used 300,000 of the budget.
That makes sense.
Wow.
Don't know what happened to the other two, but
less.
that's a lot less. So much so that the cop uniform that Lance Hendrickson, he actually had to pay a waiter for his uniform, $75 to get his uniform, and he put his little badges on it and stuff. That's a waiter's outfit.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you rock, man.
Oh, I got some.
Awesome.
This is why Nick is our bad movie expert.
Yeah.
I'm the research guy. I'm good at research.
Good movies, he'd be frozen right now. His Hollywood insider wouldn't even answer the phone.
Nope.
He'd be like, "No, I'm not meeting you in the dark alleyway. I only talk bad movies."
Variety doesn't
Nick,
pay me enough.
Nick, going forward, no more good movies for you.
Wait, no more good movies. Only student films.
We kind of alluded to this before, like with Tyler from Manhattan, like creeping on Annie when she's going to break into the morgue, which is a real morgue.
It is.
Carol
Yeah.
told me they used a real morgue. They had no budget.
Yep.
Legit morgue. She said they used to get really high in it.
Were there real dead people in there? Like, I mean, like when they were like that.
I don't think anybody lived on this island, but maybe there's a dead person.
Wait a second. So there's a morgue on the island?
I mean,
Yeah.
If there's a small island with a resort, you really think they're gonna have a morgue?
It's a shed.
when it's the action, when it's the action park of resorts, you need a morgue.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that they have a worker, a cleaning lady there. Was she a cleaning lady?
I don't know.
Well, she was I think she was a nurse.
For who? The dead people?
Yeah.
Because she was hanging around the morgue. So what is she? Why do you have a nurse at the morgue?
Well, I don't know if she was.
And why'd she have a
maybe she was
stick?
A morgue attendant.
She had a stick
yeah,
or
her
something.
weapon?
It was like one of those like fish bunkers that you used, like they used to hit the fish.
But so okay, so wait, so she yeah. I mean, I thought she was a nurse, but then I was thinking like, why is she hanging around the morgue? Is it?
Well, it's the morgue hospital breakfast nook.
She's on night.
Okay,
she's on night duty.
Okay, if I ever get sick, don't ever bring me to the hospital that's right next to the morgue.
I would not.
I have a feeling that I may not make it out.
How about her explanation when she's pissed at Annie? She obviously knows Annie from being on the island. Because Annie's in there taking the photos because she wants to do her own research, which I'm sure the coroner has some kind of like research and like he knows a little bit about like fish attacks but her line when she goes, "I let another man in here last week and he said he was family." Then I walk in and it's goddamn Halloween. I'm like, what were they doing?
Well, how soon did you think she was going to get killed as soon as you met her?
Oh, dude. Well, again, I did not think she was going to die because why? Because she's on dry land. She's far from the water. Why would us as viewers think she would die?
Well, okay. So I thought she was going to die. I don't know how because I definitely did not think the way she did, like, or the way they were hiding. I guess.
Oh yeah,
they were hiding. Was that
again
like,
another?
I mean, from what?
Well,
aliens.
Yeah,
but like, okay, so we need to talk about this, right? Is this the next scene?
Well, you forgot about the one important thing: the credit card they used to get into the morgue, and Tyler goes, "Never leave home without it."
The same Jason Lives line, but this came before. But yeah.
Yeah, that was an American Express slogan, right?
That was Yep.
Okay.
Yes,
but that comes back later.
So these piranha things, they're hiding and waiting for their chance to come out.
Well, yes. Let me explain. Let me just give like the little thing that Tyler from Manhattan. So big reveal. We'll talk about it now. Tyler from Manhattan is not just there on vacation from Manhattan. He's there because he worked on like an underground secret program that took Piranha, which Annie talks about it in the next scene before they have sex.
Correct.
She talks about, they did it during Vietnam and they put him in the rivers to kill people. So he was like sort of involved in a newer version of that plan. But God damn, this is a crazy movie. But no, he says we spliced them. So they spliced Piranha with Grunion, which can fly. They have like wings.
What's a Grunion?
I've never heard of a Grunion before. This movie.
Grunion's wait, what movie is that in? There's a movie, a pretty popular movie that I'm sure you've seen. That was the thing at the end of the movie. They go see the Grunions like go on the beach. I don't know. It's not American Pie 2,
it sounds like it would be like in like Dark Crystal or something, or like
sort of.
or whatever,
like
what
Labyrinth or something.
Yeah, something like that. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what a Grunion is. Like, is that a real
But
animal?
not even that. Those two lines. But then the third part that he adds in, he goes, "We also gave them the ability to live on land for a little bit." Like what? Because the fact that you alluded to it, the fact that the Piranha is playing peekaboo. First, we get the jump scare when the arm
Peekaboo.
falls.
Oh my! Yeah,
And then
that was good. That was good.
She looks up, and then we see the friggin' Piranha in his body,
Chest
alive,
burster.
and it murders her. But no, that isn't the craziest part. Yes.
Okay.
You're reading something?
Yes. So I looked up Grunion.
Yep.
The Grunion looks like a fish. It looks like an eel. So that makes no sense.
It has no wings.
Well, you're not gonna be able to see. No,
Well, I
it has
can't
no
see
wings
that.
at all. So it looks like a fish, like an eel fish. That's what it looks like. So it's a real thing. But if they're telling you that they spliced it with a piranha, so they spliced two fish together,
Yeah.
And
which creates a flying fish.
And it has wings now.
Right, okay, that creates a flying fish. Okay, that makes sense. Like, why didn't they say we
a
spliced the
bat or
bat?
something.
Right, with the
They should have said that. Yeah.
Then okay, then I'm in. No, let's do a Grunion.
Then you're in?
Well, no,
It makes more sense at least.
I'm in for making the sense because
Oh, okay.
they
As
use
much as it could make
Grunion,
sense.
which no one knows what a Grunion is.
No.
So right there, they're already using something that no one knows except for the Grunion experts. They're the only ones that know, and anyone else doesn't know. It just didn't make sense. So that's what they did. It doesn't make sense.
So
And
can
why-
you guys be
why would
honest
they-
with me?
Why would they want it? Okay, so they're making it so they can also go on land. Are they thinking they're going to be able to train this thing?
I guess they're hoping that however they get it to wherever, maybe it can be a killing machine. But I have to mention this now. Both of you guys, what did you think after you saw the piranha inside the cadaver of the dead body kill her? What did you think? What would happen next? If I give you 100 guesses, would you have thought what would happen next?
No, because
Yeah.
I'm still in shock
Yeah.
that I saw a piranha playing peekaboo inside a cadaver. So I wasn't even like thinking like, all right, I was not even thinking what was next.
No, I had I had no idea.
It was almost like he was like, scatter, and he flies out the window.
Okay, so let's discuss this now because so we're led to believe that this piranha was hiding inside a cadaver. First of all, how did he get in there?
Oh, he was
Hide and
somehow
seek?
hiding in the body. Nobody checked.
Okay,
the
no one
body?
checked that, and the fact that like he waited for the right moment for other people to leave.
Smart.
So you know that he actually, or he or she, I don't know if it was a female piranha, that he basically waited and said, "All right, the lights are off. They left. There's only one person here. I can handle this." Like the scheming of the piranha was ridiculous.
It waited until it knew there was only one person in the room.
and it already had a plan to escape.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to do this. And then, so now you're telling me how far is that morgue from the water? So at this point, the piranha's just flying around like no one's like just like a bird back to the ocean where the sunken ship is.
Could you imagine a whole scene of like the thing flying like a half mile?
I would rather see that. Like I'd rather see that than to see, because again, the piranha also knows where home is.
Yeah, it's smart like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I
He
guess
knows-
if a piranha could hide in a cadaver, it's definitely gonna know how to get home.
It's like salmon when they go home. They know exactly what stream to go to and they know everything. Yeah.
Well, they are part grunion, so I guess grunions know how to do. Yeah.
But the fact that I would love like to piggyback on what Jamie said was like, what if we saw the beginning scene, like when the body's on the sheet on the beach? What if you saw the thing like sneak in, like climb up and like hide in the body, nestle in? And,
I think that would be funny. Like the piranha is like somehow was on like the cart that got in there. And then all of a sudden he hears the nurse coming and he's like, you see him like going back and forth, like, where am I going to hide? And he quickly dives into the cadaver as his hiding spot. I think
you know what? I think we have an idea. I think we've never seen this before. We've seen Scary Movie. We've seen Not Another Teen Movie. We've seen Disaster Movie. All these Hot Shots, Loaded Weapon.
All these
but
like
no
parodies.
Creature. Yeah. No creature one. Wouldn't it be great to have one that is like all of those creature movies, like Anaconda, Lake Placid, like Jaws, all of them spoofed? Because that would have been a perfect spoof. Well, it's almost like it is a spoof. The fact that it slides out of the window to cover its ass and somehow like sets up Annie as the murderer. Because Lance thinks that, Steve thinks that for a second, and then he just leaves.
It's
like,
shot. It's shot as
he goes right in an elevator.
It's shot as a comedy, but no one told the actors that it's shot for a comedy. Like, like they're like, this is going to be funny as hell, but we're telling them it's like a dramatic, like animal disaster movie.
Oh. But do you think the piranha, like, it was a plan from the beginning? Like, do you think when they're in that under the sunken ship, do you think they were like, all right, listen, after we kill this guy, we're gonna send someone, our main guy into, inland into the morgue and make sure, and we're gonna frame Annie for it.
Tony, hop in that guy's body, and you're gonna be the one that jumps out.
They drew straws, and Tony drew the short straw.
Are you saying Tony because you said it's an Italian horror movie?
Ooh.
So yeah. Okay. All right.
Hey, Tony, get over here.
Oh wait. So then we get Annie is looking at the photos, talking to Tyler doesn't even reveal himself yet, but the line she goes, "I want you to sleep here tonight." So and her line to him was, "We don't have to make love or anything."
And again, they just saw a dead body, and their first thought is like, "Let's go make
horny
sex."
Man.
Wait, hold on. He didn't say that. What he said was,
no, that's what she said to him, and he goes, "That's the furthest thing from my mind."
No, she goes, "Can you stay? We wouldn't make love."
Wouldn't.
And then 2 seconds later, they're making out.
Oh yeah,
like it really, like she didn't waste any time. Like all right, it's not like she said like we wouldn't make love. You sleep on a couch, I sleep here. Just stay. Keep me comfort. No, we wouldn't make love. Now get over here and let's start making out.
Yeah. And then it was very slow piano music playing. And then what do you do from that? Let's cut to the abandoned boat where Carol Davis and her friend are dead. And then as soon as Steve's looking at the bodies there, what happens? He gets a phone call about hey, there's a dead body at the morgue. And then Annie, we see when she's done having sex, she's smoking a cigarette and she's looking over the pictures again to try to figure all this out.
And isn't this when her husband comes by? Or no?
He walks by, like there's like a quick peek in, and then like there's like a double check and comes back.
And he yells at her, right? Or he later on, but he doesn't say anything about the cheating at all.
No, that she left the credit card with the blood on it at the morgue.
Right. He was more annoyed about that than he was about the cheating.
Like you left her credit card. What if someone got a hold of this and charged a bunch of things to your account?
And let's not she followed him outside wearing just the shirt.
Right. And she was like,
no pants on. She was just out of bed with no clothes on.
She's like, you want to talk? Let's talk. And it's like, okay, you just screwed this guy.
And I love that Tyler had this look when he walked in and he was like holding her and he gave this look like, sorry, pal. She's mine now.
Well, let's not forget also it's something we missed that while they were looking at the pictures, Tyler's making a sandwich and eating. They were looking at the most grotesque pictures possible, and Tyler just takes it upon himself. And they were in, I guess, her office, right? Where were they?
Yeah.
Or her room,
in her suite.
Room, and he just decides to make a sandwich and eat while they're looking at this grotesque pictures.
That's like all those movies, though. Like when they're eating in the morgue and they put like the donut on the guy, and it's
always,
like, wait, what?
Always,
ew, it's gross.
Yeah.
Gross people work at more. Yeah, gross things happen around. So I love that, Steve. I love when we're watching these sequels and we're talking about them, and somebody in the movie says the line that we're thinking, it makes us, I don't know, feel like, oh my God, they get us. But Steve says a line to her when I think Annie posits, oh, it must have been a piranha that did this. And he goes, fish can't kill on dry land. And it's like, why would anybody think that's possible? She never saw it fly. She has no knowledge of these things flying at all.
Yeah.
At this point, she hasn't seen anything fly yet.
No, but, wait. So who are they discussing that died? They're talking about the nurse. Is that,
yeah.
Right. Okay. The nurse. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. You know what? I didn't even think about that. I don't know why she even thought that.
He said, I have 3 bodies, 2 on a boat, and then 1 at the morgue. So no, he has no.
And then,
wouldn't you be creeped out at this point? Like, she doesn't seem concerned at all.
Does he think that he does it? That she did it? It almost sounds like he thinks almost like he oh,
he does.
Like,
and then
could
leaves.
you have done this?
He goes in the
Well,
yes.
I don't think he. No, I just think that I think he thinks she's careless, and I think she's not. She's responsible for the deaths, but not directly responsible for the deaths. That's what I don't think she thinks she's a murderer. But she doesn't seem concerned. She doesn't seem afraid. In fact, she does the complete opposite and goes swimming alone.
Oh my God.
Well, that's it a little bit, but first he says, "Don't leave this hotel room."
No, but that's her direct response.
And what does she do in a second? She puts on a spaghetti strap bikini outfit.
Doug, it sounds like you got taken over by aliens. Well,
really?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Well, now you're better now. You came back.
Okay.
Yeah, your sound was all muffled.
Okay, now I'm going back. So no, and then Annie, this is when she goes to the Raul, the sort of jaws the mayor, and she goes, "We have to shut it down." And he says, "No, we're booked solid, and people love the dives. You're really jamming a red hot poker in my ass."
That was such a bizarre line for the conversation they're having. That really didn't really fit. What is okay? So let's break it down for a second. So based on she wants to stop, doing those going swimming. He wants to keep it going. What does a red poker up your ass have anything to do with that at all?
It's
nothing.
Really, it's a tough situation. I guess
I could. Well, yeah, but I can say all right, you have my hands tied. Okay, right. It's a little different, but shoving a red poker up my ass. If that was possible, and they really did that. Would that have anything to do with, still letting people swim?
You could still work. You could still have hands.
Yeah.
You could still dive.
Right. Yeah, so that was a weird statement he said. It didn't fit.
Totally bizarre. And then from there, he goes, well, if you don't do it, you're, I don't even think he doesn't even do an in-between. He goes from this to you're fired.
You're fired. Yeah. He didn't waste any time. So, okay, so she wants to stop the scuba excursions. He fires her. Who's going to lead then at this point, didn't he basically just stop the scuba at that point?
Exactly. So she won in a way. She lost.
And somehow she's still able to scuba.
She's still able to sneak all the equipment. She's able to hang out on the premises later. Wouldn't they be like, get this she's fired, get her out of here.
And have access to a harpoon.
Harpoon, walkie-talkie, whatever she needs.
Okay,
she's
a scuba. Do you think all scuba instructors have access to a harpoon gun and know how to use it?
On that island, probably, yeah.
And if you really think it's piranha, do you think harpoons are really going to work? You have they're pretty small piranha, right? They're not huge fish. I'm not sure that your accuracy and speed on shooting a harpoon is going to nail a piranha.
Right. And she saw the damage that these things have done. Why would you swim? Why would you go right to that spot where they're all staying? It didn't make any sense.
How did she know they came from the rusted boat?
Did Tyler say something to her about when they?
Not yet. Oh. She just put it together.
He didn't reveal himself yet, right? Okay.
Well, he did. He did reveal himself because they made love before.
No, he reveals himself not yet.
On the boat he does.
For us as the audience.
I got you.
He's on the phone. Remember, he's having a phone call.
She's like, "Why do you know so much?" And he goes,
"That's right. Okay."
He's like,
"Okay."
I am who I am.
And he tells her, and he goes, I'm a biochemist, and there were 4 canisters of piranha eggs. 3 were found, and 1 was in the shipwreck.
So where are the other 3?
They made it safely to where they needed to go, I guess.
They made it safely back into the lab.
Okay. All right.
They're like,
She does have a good line.
We only lost one.
She has a good line when he goes, how about this guy sees that people are dying, right? He obviously made a phone call to one of his connections and said, oh, you know what? Man, this is really serious down here. I'm working with this girl, Annie. She knows a lot about it. And when he tells her, oh, well, I have to write up a report and go through the proper channels. And she's like, fuck the proper channels.
I love that. That was very...
Annie's not messing around.
A couple times during this movie, she gave off like Ellen Ripley vibes, which was like pretty cool. Like she was like very tough and strong.
Yes.
Like her husband's like, stay away. And she's like, fuck that. I'm going to like go and like find out what's going on.
You know, it's funny. My daughter saw one scene with her and she goes, is that the one from Ghostbusters?
Sigourney Weaver.
Okay. So she definitely had that early Ghostbusters aliens look to her.
Yeah. The curly, like brown 80s hair. Yeah.
Well, some would say she had it before because this came out in 1981. So Sigourney Weaver is the copycat.
No, because Aliens came out in the 70s.
Alien came out.
Alien came out in the 70s, right? So who's the copycat? Okay.
Cool. Cool. Fun fact. Fun fact. I just found. You ready? So Annie, Cameron takes care of his people. She played woman in the Titanic. He let her have a role in the movie.
He's like, listen, you were in a great movie of mine with a shipwreck. Guess what? We're doing it again.
She played woman in Titanic. There's like 1,000 women in Titanic.
Well, she just played woman.
She's the one that fell off the boat.
Yeah, that's really taking care. Oh, wait a second. That's really taking care of her. There's a crowd on a boat, and she plays one of the many women that are on there. I'm gonna hook you up with listen, we worked together when I first started. I'm gonna give you a nice role in my movie. I mean, she could have played any side part. I don't think that's really taking care of her by saying woman.
Just bring
That's
her
like
back.
Fine, throw on there. She's probably not even on the boat. There was probably just a name they put out there.
She was one of the ones waving from the docks.
Yeah, behind like 10 other people. So you can't even see her. You see her hand. Her hand's probably in there. That's it.
So then we get the Dynamite Fisherman back in the movie. Steve goes to check with him, and he tells him, hey, I wanted to show you this. The fish that he was catching in the nets had bites out of him, and his nets were getting eaten. So he was trying to tell him something crazy is going on.
Yeah, but is that really crazy? Is a net being eaten by a fish? I mean, it could be a shark, could be anything. Like, I don't think that's really a concern.
Maybe it's never happened before. Here's a question I have to have. If I catch a fish and I let it die, man, it's so vicious the way we eat animals, but I catch a fish, I let it die, and then I cook it and eat it, fine. If I blow up a fish and it dies from the impact of the explosion, do you think it tastes better or worse?
Well, it might be a little smoky.
Yeah.
But my question is, if you're using dynamite to catch fish, wouldn't you be blowing up the fish also?
I think so.
So I think you're only going to get chunks and pieces of fish. I don't think you're going to get a full fish.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem like a logical way to go fishing.
No, it's so stupid. Oh, I think this is like the last time that Annie really has like an interaction with Raoul, but he has some other funny lines. 2 lines he says to her, you must be breathing in musky air from the tanks. And then he says, you're really cutting my nuts off.
So poke her up my ass and nuts off, cutting the nuts off. Yeah. This guy has a way of words.
He does have a way.
He's got a thing.
And then, but Steve at least has her back at this point when they're having that meeting, because we didn't see it. They didn't show it to us as the audience, but when he was meeting with Dynamite Fisherman, he got wings. So he had wings in like a Ziploc bag to show the mayor, because she said, Tyler told me they spliced them with this so they could fly. And then he had it in the Ziploc bag to show. And he put him in his place. He was like, listen here, you piece of... He almost says like piece of shit.
Yeah, but he still didn't care.
No.
He doesn't care at all.
But then-
Raul runs the island.
And then Gabby got in that nice line too at the end, just like that quick little bitch at the end.
Who's Gabby?
Gabby is the dynamite fisherman. That's his name.
Oh, okay.
I told you, I did my research.
Wait, he had a name? I didn't even know he had a name.
Gabby.
I didn't know he had a name. How about his son, man? What a way to go!
Yeah, that part,
Another peekaboo.
No,
that was a peekaboo.
that was a good one because he stuck his hand. He dropped his watch in the water, and you think like, oh shit, they're gonna get him when he goes in the water. Sticks his hand in, and it's like he's like digging around. I'm like, oh, I'm waiting for any moment where him to be like, ah, and finds it, pulls it out. He's like, whew, found it.
Yeah, and then he moves his sweatshirt, and it's
so stupid. Do you think the piranha maybe is misunderstood? Like, because they seem to play a lot of like hide and seek. Maybe they don't know their own strength, and they don't realize that they're really because they are hiding constantly.
Yeah, they are.
They think they're like love. They're love taps. That's
so
what
like
they're doing.
well, think about it. Like, why do they have to hide when they easily could have just eaten him from the water? They could have just jumped out of the water and eaten him. Why do they have to hide under the just to make it more dramatic?
They're like a challenge.
It's fun. Yeah.
Okay. Well, is it really a challenge if you're hiding under you're a piranha hiding underneath a sweatshirt?
It's much harder
at that point. If you're a piranha, if you're around a piranha that can hide under a sweatshirt, I don't think there's any challenge at all. I don't think you're making it.
I don't know. It's harder than just eating him in the water.
I guess. I know they do a pretty good job.
I think no matter what, they have an easy job because they can fly and eat,
swim.
they can hide and eat, and they can swim and eat. Yeah.
No matter where you go, they're gonna find you.
It's so ridiculous.
They're gonna find you no matter what. And then we get Steve. Okay, so Steve cares about his son, right?
I think
This
so.
was I would say if we ranked the craziest parts of this movie, what happens later with Steve is pretty crazy with the helicopter. But he takes the helicopter.
Okay.
He seems to me there's only two cops, but he's the only one that to me like that really does
Wait,
much.
who's the other cop?
There's another guy later in the movie that's on the beach.
Oh, you're right.
And
Okay,
he's talking to.
You're right. Okay. Wait.
So he takes the only helicopter.
I was going to say who's
to care about his son.
Whose helicopter is that?
That's
Oh, Raul's probably.
Okay. He really doesn't care about the helicopter at all.
no.
Oh, dude.
He cares about his son. That's all he cares about.
But like, okay, but don't you think he could have done it like a different way where maybe the helicopter could have made it and he could have jumped? Like, I mean, like, or like, I mean, that first of all, you're on an island. Wouldn't you have a helicopter like in Jaws that can land on the water?
Dude, let's talk about this right now. The fact that when he saw his son, which the son was like, I guess he slept with that girl because when we see the shot at night.
When he talks to her dad is really funny too. When use the radio, jackass.
Yeah. But when they wake up and he's like, oh, my dad's going to kill me, which it's still night. And then not too long later, when we already saw Steve talk to the guy, like Nick just said, use the radio, jackass. We saw him in the sky and it was dark. And then it's night, it's morning, like in no time. But dude, I had no clue when he said, son, wait, I'm going to come down to you. And I'm like, what's he going to do?
Yeah. Okay, before we even get there, the son is laying down with the daughter, but you see the father laying down right next to them. Right? You saw him like in above, or like they were like it was like a little wall and like above them. Like, so he was okay with all that. Like he was basically like they were sleeping next together. There's no walls there hiding it in front of the father. That is weird.
It's an Italian movie, man. I mean, what do you mean?
Whoa! Okay, hold on a second. So you're saying that Italians do it in front of their parents?
Sometimes they do it with their parents. Look at that first scene.
Whoa! What? Okay. All right. You know what?
That first scene.
All right, Nick. Have a good night. All right. Yikes! We just lost every Italian.
Listen,
every Italian.
I love Italian food.
And Doug's co-host.
Oh, no, you know what I mean. That the first scene of the movie with the kid and his mom.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway,
super Italian.
Anyway.
Gabagool.
Fresh off the boat.
No, but when that helicopter is going and when he goes, don't worry, I'm coming down. I'm thinking, what would be the things that he could do? I thought maybe he like puts into autopilot and throws a rope down to help grab his son.
Autopilot.
No,
Wait, hold on. You think a helicopter has autopilot that it can just float there?
Yeah, I'm sure there's something you can idle.
I'm not sure about that. I don't think a helicopter could just float in the middle of the air with nobody in there.
In 81, probably not.
It wouldn't be
today. Probably
long.
So autopilot only has like 30 seconds. So it can float for 30 seconds and then it's done.
That's all he needs is to find a rope to throw to his son. No, not the other option. I'm gonna jump out and this thing's gonna go right.
Oh
to
my
the
God.
I thought it would have landed like it was going to land on the water somehow.
Nope.
Like I just thought that would have been like even if it's not a helicopter that can land on water, at least like try to like land it in water, and then if it sinks a little bit, it's probably like the way he just jumps out. First of all, super high, like it wasn't even close. Yeah.
And that thing is made with pure gasoline. That thing.
Oh, and he's jumping into the water that has all the piranha.
Yeah, well, it doesn't because this is what's confusing. You're telling me this son that went on a 5-day cruise, right? And he had to go like tell Annie, like, I'm gonna find our son, I'm gonna bring him back, I'm gonna go get him. You're thinking he's going far away. He's not that far at all because it's a day trip or a half-day trip that they take the diving because they're actually right near the shipwreck.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So I mean, well, first of all, who's driving the boat?
Oh, so it's driving the boat.
The son is supposed to be doing the.
Okay, but he didn't look like he was doing much except for hitting on the daughter.
Oh yeah.
So they literally were probably like not far from land at all. They were probably they probably just went halfway out there and just dropped anchor.
Yeah, he was dropping anchor. He was dropping something.
Whoa.
Hey, yo.
So Nick said before the budget was 500, they used 300. How much for the helicopter? Because that was a real helicopter going to the water.
250.
That wasn't like a.
You think it was a real helicopter?
Oh, dude, we saw him jump from it.
I know
Was
that.
it that good at
cuts.
superimposing back in 81? He jumped out of that and then it landed into the water.
That I can't imagine that. There had to be some kind of fake.
If that was a prop and they could do it, but it looked really good.
It did look good. No, it looked real, but I can't imagine if the budget's $300,000. I can't imagine them using a real helicopter and destroying it like that.
Yeah.
I can't. Like there had to be some.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? I'd be curious to find out what that was.
Yeah, I mean, that Italian crew did a great job on that stunt.
It was something.
I'm just, you know what? It had to be like I don't know. Yeah.
It looks like a miniature because it cuts right before it hits the water. It looks like it could have been like a miniature, and they I don't know.
I'll watch it again. I'll watch this movie again. I don't mind.
Okay, you know what?
So then,
you do that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not.
So now we get the dynamite fisherman. He finds out his son's dead, so he's preparing a lot of bombs.
He turns into Rambo.
That scene is very touching when he pulls him out of that water and it just holds him, and I'm like, it was a very touching scene.
Well, that was touching, and the fact that he carried his dead son.
Oh my God! Through the part, like the luau party thing. Oh my God!
And no one seemed to really be concerned.
Nope,
nobody at all.
Like really, I mean, like
they were just chanting, "We want the fish."
Okay. So, what was going on with that party? I mean, I know we're not really there yet, but like, it became like a cult. Like it was a cult. Like the way they were chanting and like I was kind of confused. Like what was going on?
The way they were going towards the beach too, like the water.
How about the old guy cheating because he was so old? He was like, "I'm going to run to the beach first." Carol told me a funny story. The director, he was a Greek director, and he had a very thick accent, and he was telling all the Jamaican extras, "You have to say we wanted the fish," and because of his thick accent, that's what they chanted because they were like, "Oh, we're just here to repeat this guy." So that's why it sounds like that for like the background. You hear the people go, "We want the fish."
but all the resort people were saying it.
Oh, yeah, no, everybody was, yeah.
Yeah, so like what would they would just call for dinner?
Yeah, I don't know. I have to when we're done with this, I'm gonna look it up. There is a movie that has a whole thing that's about running with the grunion.
It's almost
I don't know
looking
what movie it is.
It's almost looking like they wanted it like the sacrifice or something. Like it was like
right. That's how they were. That's what they were acting like. It became very weird. That whole like party part. Like it was almost like a cult thing that was going on.
They turned into like a pitchfork mob at one point.
Well, they get destroyed.
Oh my God. Obliterated.
I love everything about that. The way they're flying, basically on like a stick, probably, right? And somebody's holding
or a string, yeah.
up like a cat toy, and you just see all these people just getting. The only one that was really funny to me was there was a guy that actually got, like, all the other people were getting bit, which kind of made sense. Like, oh, they get bit on the neck, jugular, they're dead. There was a guy that got impaled in the stomach, and that one was so funny to me.
Wait, but you know what? You bring up a good question. They always seem to go for the neck.
Yeah.
They're smart. They do their research. That's how you get rid of
They go straight for that artery.
That's ridiculous. Like, I mean, they should have gone for like an eyeball. You see an eyeball hanging out or something. Like, the neck every single time.
A couple of the bodies did have like missing eyeballs. Like,
they did?
Yeah, a couple of them. In the aftermath, when you see them, there was like at least one person with like their eyes out. Sorry, I don't know.
Their eyes were out.
I noticed.
That's weird. I wasn't paying that much attention to this movie. At this point, I'm like, all right, how much longer? I was. I'm not kidding you. It took me about 4 sittings. I had to pause it. My daughter's like, Dad, you're never gonna finish the movie if you keep pausing it. I go, I know. I gotta do it.
No, so the Dynamite Fisherman, like, one thing that was interesting when he's putting the bombs together, he sets the timer for 6:30, and that's when Tyler's like waiting for him. So it's like, man, Tyler kind of like knows more than he is kind of letting on, because even when he brings the dead body and he goes to Annie, when Annie's like, oh no, I'm so sorry, he's like, I'm gonna kill the fish in that wreck. So he has like all these bombs, and like you said, oh man, Rambo moment. He's out there after all the people run away and most people die and they finally get inside the hotel. He's there doing this one-on-one, and I'm like, he's going to take one out. He takes none out.
And they all watch, and no one tries to help him.
Yeah.
No one at all.
They're literally staring at the door, the clear door, watching him get murdered. And they're just watching.
Yeah, it was really sad.
Oh, man. It's like the end of the movie. I really thought there'd be more. Like, I was doing the same thing because I was watching on the train, and I was like, every time I moved the mouse, I'd see how much time was left. And even at this point, I'm like, how are they going to, like, end this movie? Like, really, what? We obviously had some idea when the Dynamite Fisherman said, I'm going to blow up that wreck at 6:30. But, like, I don't know. Like, what else could have been the ending of this movie?
No, I think it's pretty clean. I think it wrapped up pretty nice.
Wrapped up pretty nice.
I got to tell you, the last note I have is they're going to do that to the helicopter. At that point, as soon as that part happened, I'm like, I can't. I'm out. I'm just not taking notes anymore.
Yeah. No, because at this part we get. Now this is like Annie. You get a lot of underwater swimming. It's really Annie
and Tyler,
right?
Yep.
Annie and Tyler go back down again because they went down earlier, and they're under there. And man, Tyler gets it, man.
Oof, bad. He gets it bad.
And you know what? Not for nothing. Don't they ever wear protective scuba diving gear? Every single person that scuba dived in that area is all wearing bikinis, and male bikinis and female bikinis.
Yep. Easy.
No one wears protective, like,
Piranha proof?
Well, not piranha proof, but I mean, scuba diving gear. The
wetsuit, yeah.
Yeah.
No one.
Nope.
They can't afford it. Raul is so cheap. He cares too much more about the Jamaican band.
They have harpoon guns. I'm sure they can afford and a helicopter that you can just basically throw away.
That is true. Raul was like, oh, so where's the helicopter I let you borrow?
What helicopter?
Oh, my God. And then we get... so that's pretty much the end of the movie, right? There's just a bomb that goes off underwater on the ship.
They both get trapped in the boat. Tyler gets it. She gets out, and they're driving the boat away, Steve and the kids, and she grabs onto the anchor and gets taken by the anchor away, which I thought that was pretty cool. There was
I think... Go ahead.
There was a lot of, like, shots, and I know it's, like, later on in his career, but, like, the abyss, very, like, abyss, like just the way it's like feels.
He loves
Well,
underwater, so
he al-
this is like
he
maybe this is
also-
the first
he al-
movie that
he-
spawned it to him.
He also likes the female hero.
Yeah.
It's a very it's a very Ripley thing. But I think it would have been cool to have like at the end of the movie, you see like one piranha on the boat.
Oh,
Like
Set up the
obviously
set up the third one.
Well, which actually, now that I think about it, I'm glad there wasn't a piranha on the boat because then there would have been another movie right away and
So
possibly a review for us.
So the boat blows up, and the reaction from the family, it was very weak. I mean, their mom / wife just died, and it's just like Lance Hendrickson just looks at the boy, and just like kind of grabs him, holds him in. He's just like, she didn't make it. Sorry. And all of a sudden, she's like, "Hey, I'm here." No remorse though for Tyler. She didn't feel anything.
no,
There wasn't any remorse for anybody
Nope.
in the movie. I mean, again, she
Nobody.
watched the Rambo guy get killed,
Yeah.
so she didn't care.
She's like, "I made it,"
She
but
was
like,
I gotta go.
Well, she's probably like, listen, this guy's been obsessive
Yeah.
about me the entire movie. This is the easy way out.
she's like, "How am I going to
Yeah.
get out of this love affair?" And she's like, "Oh, that was easy."
I really don't know how to break it off with him. Oh, he died. Yes.
She actually hired the piranha. They're working for her. Ooh.
They might all did that because the a-hole died.
Yep.
The other couple that went off and didn't listen. Maybe she's part piranha and she speaks to them telepathically.
Yeah.
See, I think it would have been good, like sort of like a Men in Black kind of thing, where the piranha were actually inside Tyler, and they were controlling Tyler.
Whoa.
And he was really a piranha.
So she slept with a piranha.
She's like, right, and then she
Well-
becomes pregnant, like aliens, and has a baby piranha.
And the doctor says, wow, this smells fishy.
Ooh, maybe that's foreshadowing in the
Whoa.
beginning of the movie when the son tries to get his mom to kiss the fish when she was sleeping.
Yeah.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
Maybe that was her son.
Oh.
Oh,
God. All right, so that was Piranha 2, The Spawning. We'll go to our guest first. Nick, would you recommend somebody to watch this movie that's free on YouTube?
you know what? I would. Yeah. I mean, just for the sheer fact to see where Cameron got his start. He doesn't like to acknowledge that this is his first movie.
Wow,
directorial.
shocker.
Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely a hard watch. Like Jamie said, he had to pause the movie a few times. I might have had to pause it once or twice, kind of myself, to kind of, because it's very dark. The quality is not good. It's like, I don't know, VHS, but like a VHS that's been in a fire. I would watch it though. I would just, like I said, do your research, find out the backstory of it, and then go from there. Because if you know the backstory before you go in, it's actually a pretty interesting watch.
Nice.
I
Jamie?
I think if anything, you're better off just watching some kind of behind the scenes or backstory of the movie and not the movie itself. Because I think the movie is, even, I know it was dark and maybe it was just because it was the quality on YouTube. I mean, first of all, most movies that are free on YouTube, there's a reason why they're free.
Munchie and Munchie Strikes Back are on YouTube.
Right, exactly my point. So, I just feel that the movie's rough to watch. Even if it was better lighting, it might have made it worse. So it was a rough. Honestly, took me 2 days and 5 watches to finish the movie.
So fun fact though, there is 2 versions on YouTube because that's 10 minutes longer, because the producer of the movie would go in after Cameron would edit the movie and re-edit his edits. He added more nudity into the movie and made it more of like a campy, yeah.
Okay. There's too many watches. There's too many options to watch.
We didn't watch that version?
That was so Cameron actually went back and like made his own version of the movie. Like of the because
So
the guy
he took the boobs out.
The guy was like a control freak, apparently, the producer, and only
what?
hired Cameron because they needed an American director on the movie, and they wouldn't want the distributor didn't want an Italian name on the movie.
You know what? Now that you said that, this movie broke the 80s rule.
Well, no, there's in the beginning.
Underwater nudity in the beginning,
Oh yeah,
There's
right. All right,
boobies.
never mind. All right.
but apparently
They
the other
followed
one
the
is yeah.
All right, no, never mind. To answer your question, no, absolutely do not watch it. It's not. It's a waste of time.
So Nick, yay. Jamie, nay. So for me, I would just say, whenever it comes to movies, like if a movie is like overly bad, I won't. I very rarely say not to watch a movie. But for me, this movie has some things that you'll never see. You'll never see a fish playing peekaboo in a dead body in the morgue.
And things you shouldn't see. So listen, if you want to waste an hour and a half of your time watching a horrendous, don't do it. That's all I'm saying.
This movie got a 6% on Rotten Tomatoes, but
wow, I can't believe it got that much.
I find it more entertaining than like Catwoman that got a 9 though.
Oh, let's not get crazy. I mean, I would watch again, and I'm always going to go back to Son of the Mask, without a doubt, over this movie.
Oof.
Mirror, Mirror 3.
Oof. All right, that's a tough one.
Okay. Wow. Nick, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, guys. It's been a pleasure.
Anytime. And so, Doug, you're going to tell me it can only go up from here, right? Because we go from Sharknado to Piranha 2. So I'm assuming we're going to have like a fantastic sequel, like a great movie that everybody loves. It's not going to be cheesy or campy. It's going to be a great top 10 sequel of all time.
Well, I can tell you it might be in the top 10 of Friday the 13th movies. So if you're a listener, me and my wife were expecting a boy next month. I don't know exactly when. So I wanted to sort of time it. I don't know if the timing is going to be perfect, but Friday the 13th, a new beginning. When I interviewed Pam Roberts, who Jamie got for me to talk to, man, what a great person to talk to, because not only just because she's in a horror movie that tried to do something different, almost like Halloween 3, obviously with part 5, don't want to spoil it, but there's like a different thing to it. It's more of a whodunit. And man, Melanie Kinnaman was great to talk to about it. And we talked about like how she, got started in Hollywood, like her coming with her mom to do, she was a dancer. So she went to New York with her mom and she was doing things off Broadway. And then she does the audition for this and she got it right away. And then she talked about how the problems during the filming of this, really just working with the director who used to do like adult films of the 70s, and then how she was supposed to be involved with part 6, but that kind of fell out when John Shepard didn't want to reprise his role as Tommy Jarvis. But no, it was fun talking about not even just her career, but just the reception of this movie and what she had to deal with going to Comic-Cons for the first time and these horror conventions. The people were mad at her for a movie franchise just trying something different. Everybody has to try. You don't know. And if this movie was never made, guess what? We never get Zombie Jason, which is like my favorite Jason.
I don't remember this movie at all. So
wait, this is number 3?
It'd be fun.
This is
5.
5.
Okay.
So 5. So, and it's free on Pluto, so you can watch it. It's been free on Pluto for a while.
Wait. Another free movie? Oh.
That bodes well.
But this movie has the most kills, I believe the most boobs, and some pretty good actors that when you see them, you're like, I've seen them before, and some fun stories behind it. So don't forget to review, rate, share our podcast. Follow us on all social media at Sequels Only. And don't forget to check out our website, sequelsonly.com. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.